Hello, Keller Williams Realty. It's Fred Moore here bringing you another command tutorial. In today's video, I'd love to cover with you how to create your own Facebook ad through campaigns. So yes, this is a paid ad to get leads through Facebook. So as always, let's log into Chrome incognito and go to agent.kw.com to get into our dashboard here. Once we're in our dashboard, let's head over to our applet campaigns. It's going to be the megaphone icon here on the left hand side. Let's head right up over into the right hand corner, create a new campaign, and let's do a social ad paid. Now we're going to enter a campaign name. What I typically like to do is put in the address and what we're doing. So this is going to be just listed. And my goal for today is to attract buyers. Now you can select whatever goal it is here that you'd like to do, but I'm going to go ahead and select attract buyers. And where will we run the campaign? Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or all, or just one? I'm going to stick with just Facebook. My goal today is to capture some leads. Right now, Instagram and Twitter do not have lead captures built in where Facebook does. So I'm going to go ahead and use that for this one. So I've selected Facebook, and then I'm going to hit set up campaign. Now I come in and we'll see at the very top campaign details. I'm going to see, I've named it. If I misspelled it or did something wrong, I can change the name, and I can change my goal here and then hit save name and goal. So no listing selected. Then we have add text, add media, Facebook ad, duration, and budget. So let's go ahead and select one of our listings. So I'm going to hit add a listing. You may have some listings, you may not. If you're a newer agent and don't have any, I'm sure someone in your office would have absolutely no problem sharing a listing with you to advertise. So you may want to reach out to them and ask. So I'm going to switch from show only my listings into all listings. I'm just going to go ahead and search for a property. Once I have the property that I'd like to market, I'm going to go ahead and hit the select button here. And a couple things you'll notice. One, on the right hand side, we'll see that some text came in along with a photo. So let's head back into add text here. Our main copy, what we're going to see is Farm Hill Road. This is some text here from KWLS that auto-populates right here for us. Just below that, you'll notice there's 240 of 250 characters. So there is a limit to the characters. So now you could keep this. You could put other information in here. What I typically like to do is withhold some information, such as the address, so I necessarily would not want this in here. My goal is to get them to click through and to capture their information. So the less information I can put about the location and the price, the better. So I would want to necessarily redo my main copy here so that it's something that's eye-catching and captures their attention and gets them to actually click through. Then we have our headline here, which is 100 characters, and that's going to show up just below our image here. So the headline could be just listed, open house, price reduced, whatever it is that you wanted to put in for your headline. And for the description, what I typically like to do is put something along the lines of call now for a private tour, call or text, and then put your phone number. And that way there's a little bit of call to action there for you. So again, we have our main copy text, which shows up at the top. Then we have our photo, our headline, and then our description. So I'm going to save my copy text there. Now let's head into add media. Now notice a photo comes in. I mean, this is the one main photo that comes in from KWLS, but maybe this isn't the one that you want to use. So I'm going to hit the three little dots here. I'm going to change my image. Now all of the images come in from KWLS here, so I can select any one of these that I want. Or I can come up to the top here, add image. And now it's going to let me browse my design library or upload an image from my computer. So if you did go ahead and create an image already in your designs, I can just simply come here, browse design library, Then I can go ahead and select the image that I want, and it will load in here for me. You can also add videos. You can do a neighborhood video. You can choose from designs. You can upload a video or use an embedded link video. But for now, we're just going to stick to the image that I added here. I'm going to preview and crop this. Now it's going to give me the option to do a 1.91 by 1, so it's a wide image. I can do a square, vertical, or full portrait. But let's just stick with the wide because it's already made that way in designs. I'm going to hit save image. Now we're going to see that this goes ahead and auto-populates in here for me. Now what we'll see just below that is a DBA logo. So this is a required field. If you do not have your DBA logo, you can click here to find your Market Center DBA. It'll come to logos and branding, and what you'll do is you'll scroll down and you'll come right here where it says search, and you're going to type in your Market Center number or the name. That way you can grab that folder, download it, and then you'll have some options. So let's go ahead and drag and drop our logo here. I'm going to just click, and I'm going to go up here and grab, let's see, go to marketing, logos, and you're going to grab a PNG file. So you'll see as I look down here, I have a JPEG, and then I have a PNG and a PNG. So the reason I have these PNGs is because it has a transparent background. These are going to be in your marketing folder when you do download the logos. So I'm going to use this PNG here. If I use the JPEG, it's going to have a white border. It'll have a white solid background and it'll look kind of funky in the image. Let's go ahead and use that image. And you'll see it pops up in the bottom right-hand corner here for me. But maybe I want it on the left-hand side. I can go ahead and hit DBA logo position left. So now you'll see in the image I have my logo and I have my team icon. Now, whatever your local requirements are for your marketing, make sure you follow those. If your logo needs to be a little bit bigger, or the DBA needs to be a little bit bigger, please do that. Do not follow this verbatim. Make sure you follow your compliance so you don't run into any issues. So once we have our image, we'll go ahead and hit Save Add Media. And we'll come down to our Facebook ad. I already configure this. First things first is I have my account, and then I'm going to select my page. Now if there's nothing showing up here, you may want to go back into your settings, click on your name, go to your settings, and make sure you connect your pages appropriately. Then we have our destination. There's a couple different destinations we can have here. Use Facebook lead generation form, or use a site or landing page. The biggest difference between these is when I go ahead and click on this ad in Facebook, it's going to bring me to a screen that has my name, phone number, and email pre-populated already, and that I hit go ahead, and it will send that information into command before they head over to the site. If you don't want to use that is when you would use a site or landing page. When you use the site and landing page, you're going to have maybe higher quality of leads, but less people filling out the information. It also depends on what type of Facebook ad you're running. But for today, because I'm looking for new leads to come in, I'm going to use the Facebook lead generation form in order to capture their information. Below that, we have call to action label. We have learn more, sign up, and apply now. I'm going to leave it here for learn more. Then I have my follow-up destination URL. Or I can choose a site from my page. So I'm going to see all of the pages on my website and any of the landing pages I may have created in the past will all be in here for me to use. What I want to do is actually go to this property on my website and use that as my URL. So let's go ahead, head into my other tab here, head over to my website. I'm going to search for this property here, which is going to Farm Hill. And then all I'm simply going to do is take this URL at the top. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to come back into my tab here and paste it in. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to run this ad. Someone's going to see it. They're going to say, oh wow, I want some more information. Let me go ahead and click on it. When they do, it'll open up the lead generation form, have their name, phone number, email. They have to accept that, which then goes into your database. Then from there, they're going to go to this website. So you know exactly where they end up. And that's what this URL will be. Now, our ad targeting. Now this is a very important piece as well. Ad targeting defaults to the town or city of the listing that you pulled in from KWLS, along with a 20-mile radius. I want to change that. So I'm going to go over here to use custom settings and trigger that on. Now I have a couple options here as well. I can target my database by clicking here, and I can create a new audience or select an audience I already have. If I go to create a new one, I name it, I can target a neighborhood, I can target tags and select the tags, create. But for today's ad, I'm not targeting my database. My goal is to get new people into my database, new contacts, new leads. So I'm going to just stick to targeting a custom audience. For our location, I'm going to select the town, again as my center focal point, and I'm going to drop my miles down as small as it could be, which is only 15 miles. So it's going to be a pretty big radius of 15 miles, but let's now target it a little bit further by coming down to our expert targeting. Add or change interest here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Now let's take our real estate hats off for 2 seconds and think, if I were a buyer, where would I go first to look at houses? What I first think of is probably Zillow, maybe Trulia, Realtor.com. I know some other areas may be Redfin or other brokerages, but for this particular ad source, I can't do Redfin because it's a company versus the Zillow Trulia interests. The other thing that we can think of is first-time homebuyers. Nope, not Fred. First. So I have first-time buyers, first-time homebuyer grants. So we could select some of those. Or maybe even you're looking for insurance. So we can do renter's insurance or home insurance. And then once we have everything that we want selected, go ahead and hit Save Selection. Word of caution though, I wouldn't put too many targets in here. We still want to keep it a little broad. So I'm just keeping it for now, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. Then I'm going to hit Save Facebook Ad. Now let's head down to our duration and budget. Duration here, we recommend a 10-day campaign at a budget of $1 per day per channel. What you're going to notice is today is April 8th. It will not let me add this campaign to go live until the day after. So it would go live on the 9th versus the 8th because it has to go through Facebook and get approved. And it's not going to get approved instantly. So whenever you want to run this ad, it's always going to be at least the day after or a little bit further on. So let's keep it the 9th. We have a 10-day ad. And now let's look at our budget. For those of you that have never run an ad inside of campaigns, inside of commands, it's your lucky day. You are going to get $25 free from Keller Williams. Now, how does this work? From my understanding right now, is you spend $75 and you get $25 for free. You'll see a banner for you as well. They'll give you more details. I don't have that banner because I've run multiple ads already within my system. But just know if you have that banner, you're going to have that opportunity. If you don't, you do not get that money, so I apologize. But you did have the opportunity of running ads before everyone else. So congratulations for being on top of your game. So now we have our total campaign budget here. I'm going to bump this up to $100. This is going to be $10 a day for 10 days. And then I'm going to hit my save duration and budget. Now I have our whole ad completed. The next thing you're going to do is hit Publish Campaign. Publish Campaign is going to pop up with your credit card information, and then you make sure that that is the correct information or the correct card, and go ahead and accept, and it will get processing. You are not going to see a charge from Facebook.com. What you're going to do is see a charge from Keller Williams Realty International. So you'll see KWRI as your credit card charge. That is because anytime we run an ad in Command, we're running it through Keller Williams' Facebook account. Why are we doing that? Well, let's think about this a little bit. How many agents do we currently have at Keller Williams? How many agents are all running ads? Now, if we take all of them and we put them through the same account, that means we're going to have a bigger spend on one account than 100,000 plus smaller accounts, which means your cost per lead will be significantly less by going through Keller Williams than it would be if you went to your own account. So that's why doing it here is going to be a lot cheaper, and the targeting is really good to make sure you're in front of the right people. Now, if I completely lost you on all of this and you have some more questions, what I want to show you is I'm going to head back into campaigns here. I'm going to leave. I'm going to head to my dashboard here. And in my dashboard, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and it's going to say tips and tricks or tips and training by KWU. I'm going to make sure that my advanced tips are turned off, and it's going to say how to create a paid ad. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. It's going to give me step-by-step on how to create a social ad campaign. So here's me setting it up. And now what's my goal here? Click here to learn how to do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Google AdWords. So we're just doing Facebook, so let's click on the first one here. Then it's configure your Facebook social ad. Again, step-by-step pictures on making sure that you can set up your ad according to what you need to. Gives you some helpful tips here about characters, limitations, your ad media, how to add your own, making sure your DBA is in there, so on and so forth, so that you can make sure that you get from start to finish and take advantage of these very, very, very inexpensive leads. Now, before we end this video, I want you to know where these leads are going to come. So let's head back into my paid ads here. This is going to be my paid ads dashboard, the top here. Your leads are going to come into multiple locations. So the first thing you're going to see is on your phone. You're going to get a Kelly notification. So make sure you have your phone on you. Make sure you pick up your phone and call them. And you're also going to get a notification inside of Command here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this number 11. And what it's going to do is bring me into a separate screen of only the leads inside this campaign. So the 11 leads that came in are going to be specifically for this campaign. 4, 3, so on and so forth. That way you'll know exactly where they came from. Now let's say 11 really isn't the number. I'm going to hit the 3 little dots over here. Maybe it says 0. I want to make sure that those are correct, so I'm going to hit refresh leads. It's going to update for me, and it's going to pull in any leads that may be lingering in Facebook that should have come into commands. So sometimes it updates, sometimes it doesn't. But right now it did not, so everything looks okay. So that's it for today, guys. I thank you for watching the video all the way through. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe for more daily videos. If you have any questions, make sure you throw it in the comments. Thank you guys so much again, and have a spectacular day.